If I am feeling tense and exhausted, and I would like to feel at ease, I would like to be able to let go of stress, I'm inviting us to tune into what is my relationship with time. So just ask yourself, what is my relationship with time? And I think that humans very often, they can have like this sense of anxiety or this sense of pressure or this sense of urgency in relation to time. But then sometimes there's another response, which is I just want to avoid it. I just want to pretend time doesn't exist. And so just notice, where are you in that? And then remember this teaching from the Bhagavad Gita. And this is chapter 10, verse 33. The divine says, I am time. Do you know what that means? That means time is actually our friend. Time is our companion. Time is a gift. Time is a form of support that the divine gives us. The very next phrase, I am time. I am the cosmic support of all that exists. And so to open, and I would invite you to have a sense of curiosity, a sense of play, a sense of humor. Can I open to have fun in my relationship with time? Can I open to realize that this is the divine in the form of time? However many moments I have in embodiment, that's the divine in the form of that time. Good morning, welcome. 1,000 welcomes to you all. And we are meditating today. The topic is open to clarity and peace, tense and exhausted. And so this is just a description that humans sometimes share. I feel tense and exhausted. And so we will be sharing some very practical meditations and teachings that help us to navigate and help us to connect from within ourselves with an ability to let go of stress and to feel at ease. And so we're remembering that this is possible for each of us. So Swami Nityananda, I will start with sharing a teaching from him, and I will also just mention he founded our meditation community in 1974, so we've been here for more than 50 years, and he was my teacher. He's speaking to the divine, and he's speaking about something that helps us if we do feel tense and exhausted. Thou art with me as my silent partner, even when my body feels too weak and my mind is fatigued by its labors. To remember that the divine is all, that truth is now, releases the mind from nervous tension and the influences of worldliness and restlessness. And so there's a lot of compassion in that teaching, because one of the things that it says is, if you have a feeling of nervous tension, there's no blame involved in it. There's no judgment involved in it. There's just acknowledgement. Yes, a feeling of nervous tension is present. And so for yourself, to be with yourself the way you would be with a friend. So you want your friend to be happy. You care for your friend's well-being. Be with yourself in that same way. Caring for your happiness, caring for your well-being, being a friend to yourself. And the same way that if a friend said to you, I'm feeling tense, I'm feeling exhausted, I'm feeling this feeling of nervous tension or this feeling of restlessness, you would extend kindness to your friend. And so allow yourself to extend kindness to yourself with no blame, with no judgment, just with caring, with compassion, and with respect. And so I'm sharing a couple teachings from the Bhagavad Gita. Both of them make me smile. One of the teachings, I've been sharing the laws of energy as they are expressed in the Bhagavad Gita, and this is one of them. It's from chapter 5, verse 24. Reality is self-revealing. It also can be translated as, you are the self-revealing reality. And I would just like you to turn within and to say that for a second to yourself. I am the self-revealing reality. Wow. Can you feel how liberating that is? So what that means is, and the Bhagavad Gita says this, when you truly realize this, that's how you regain absolute freedom. I love that phrasing too. That tells you that absolute freedom is your true nature. And we've just forgotten our true nature. So reality is always revealing myself to myself. And so thinking about this topic of if I am feeling tense and exhausted, and I would like to feel at ease, I would like to be able to let go of stress, I'm inviting us to tune into what is my relationship with time. So just ask yourself, what is my relationship with time? And I think that humans very often, they can have like this sense of anxiety or this sense of pressure, or this sense of urgency in relation to time. But then sometimes there's another response, which is, I just want to avoid it. I just want to pretend time doesn't exist. And so just notice, where are you in that? And then remember this teaching from the Bhagavad Gita. And this is chapter 10, verse 33. The divine says, I am time. Do you know what that means? That means time is actually our friend. Time is our companion. Time is a gift. Time is a form of support that the divine gives us. The very next phrase, I am time. I am the cosmic support of all that exists. And so to open, and I would invite you to have a sense of curiosity, a sense of play, a sense of humor. Can I open to have fun in my relationship with time? Can I open to realize that this is the divine in the form of time? However many moments I have in embodiment, that's the divine in the form of that time. Every now and then you hear those stories about people. We had one in our community living to be 101, doing karma yoga into their late 90s with joy, being of service, organizing their days in order to be of service to the divine. So 101 years, that's the divine. That's a divine gift in the form of those time, in the form of that time. However long we're here in embodiment, it's a divine gift. And to learn to make friends with time, to learn to have a sense of humor, a sense of play, a sense of encouragement, that's the divine in the form of time. However much time we have, it's the divine in that form. And the very next sentence, the divine says, I am the support of all that exists. And so support flows to me in time. I am always right on time. The divine is always right on time. I am always in the right place at the right time. And so see if you can play with this and allow yourself to have a sense of humor, a sense of love in relationship to time, so that instead of feeling like we're wrestling with ourselves in relation to time, we're loving ourselves in relation to time, and you feel how healing that is. And then, so the Bhagavad Gita, that means the song of the beautiful and perfect God. So the beautiful and perfect divine energy becomes time. So every moment I am able to greet the beautiful and perfect divine energy in the form of this moment, in the form of this minute, in the form of this day, this hour, whatever my unit of time is. And so see if you can just give yourself the gift of knowing that time is the divine loving you in that form. And so to allow yourself to love, however you would name your spiritual ideal. People have different names, so whatever word you would use, pure love, pure awareness, if you connect with Krishna or Buddha or Jesus or Mary, whoever you connect with, name your spiritual ideal. Time is a gift for you to love your spiritual ideal. And time is a gift for you to love yourself with the same love that you have for your spiritual ideal. Love yourself with that same love. And that will share through you with the humans in your life, with your family, your friends, your colleagues, the strangers on the bus, the people in the grocery store, wherever you find yourself. When you are able to see that time is this beautiful and perfect gift from the divine for you to love your spiritual ideal and yourself, it completely shifts your relationship to time, so that time becomes a joy. Time becomes an adventure. And we're back into this energy of creativity and curiosity and exploration. I'm going to share a little bit later, I'll share a meditation that helps us anytime we have that feeling of, I feel tense and exhausted, I would like to let go of stress and feel at ease. But I'm going to share with you a study, And I'm first going to share with you a thought experiment. So imagine that you win the lottery. That's your thought experiment. Project yourself forward 6 months in time. What do you think your level of happiness would be relative to the level of happiness you have right now? And then I'll tell you, studies of actual lottery winners show that there's an initial period of elation and excitement, and between 1 month and 1 year after winning the lottery, people return to the same set point of happiness as before they won the lottery. So what this means is what humans call good fortune, outer circumstances changing, is not actually the source of a lasting shift in my feelings of happiness. And I'll share with you another study. And this study is conducted on people who experienced paralysis after a spinal cord injury. 6 months after the spinal cord injury, they had an initial period of depression. 6 months later, same level of happiness. So humans have a baseline of happiness, a set point of happiness. Winning the lottery does not shift your set point of happiness. Having what humans would consider a misfortune, like paralysis from a spinal cord injury, also does not shift your base level of happiness. Guess what does shift your base level of happiness? Meditation. Meditation shifts your base level of happiness. And so I'll just tell you that meditators shift their set point when they meditate. Winning the lottery doesn't. And actually experiencing tremendous adversity doesn't. But meditation does. And so tests also show immune function becomes stronger, and meditators increase their awareness of cues from others and become stronger in empathy. So neurotransmitters, the aspects of your brain that are associated with inner feelings of well-being, happiness, and calm, also increase with meditation. So I want to share with you some of the things that the people who experienced the spinal cord injuries said about their own happiness, because it's amazing advice for every human. And so these are people who became paralyzed as a result of injury. The past is behind you. Stop looking back and focus on the present, what you can do and accomplish. They start to sound a lot like yogis, even though I'm not sure that they would describe themselves as yogis. Each day is a blessing. The good, bad, and challenging we may face. Tomorrow is new day, a new page of life. Purpose in life and sheer force of will can go a long way in overcoming major challenge. These are all different people sharing these observations. I look at every day as another opportunity to be the best person I can for myself, and more importantly, for the people around me. Some of these just make me almost cry. I am happy to be alive every day. So to give yourself that feeling of happiness to be alive every day, no matter what our circumstances are, no matter what's happening with our body or our lives, or no matter what we're observing, I'm happy to be alive every day. And this person is the final one, whom I'll quote. In the 17 years since my accident, I have never dealt with bouts of depression or anger. I take pleasure in defying the odds. And so people talk about resilience, about learning. And so resilience is defined as adapting in the face of adversity. And the really good news is that resilience can be learned by anyone. And so to reconnect with your own ability to adapt well, no matter what it is that you are encountering, it is with you. It is within you always. And the teachings from the yogis, which I've been sharing already, and the teachings from the Buddha help us with this. So The Buddha says, whatever you keep pursuing with your thinking and pondering, that becomes the inclination of your awareness. And he actually says, if you keep thinking and pondering about ill will, your mind bends toward ill will. If you keep thinking and pondering about kindness, your mind bends toward kindness. And so this immediately invites us to ask, where are my predominant patterns of thinking? Am I focusing on kindness? Am I focusing on well-being? Am I focusing on harmony? Am I focusing on constructive thoughts? Am I focusing on thoughts and feelings that strengthen and heal and inspire me? Am I focusing on thoughts that encourage me and encourage the well-being of humanity? And so this is not about unawareness. So the people with the spinal cord injuries, they knew that they were paralyzed. So it's not that you're ignoring physical reality. You say, yes, that's here. And how happy can I be today? How much love can I share today? How much hope and helpfulness can I share today? No matter what my physical vehicle is feeling or encountering, that's always my question. Is like, how much love can I share? How much understanding can I share? How much kindness can I share? And the really great news is we're never done expanding with how much kindness we can share, with how much love we can share. So I would like to invite us to close our eyes, and this is a meditation. We can practice it right now, but we can return to it anytime. If we ever have that feeling of being tense or exhausted or needing to connect with ease, needing to connect with fresh energy, a new start, a new day, every moment it's possible to reset and refresh and wake up. So we're giving ourselves that gift to give ourselves an energetic reset and an emotional reset. And so I'll just start off by mentioning that I take a walk every day, and usually it's close to sunrise. So I'm inviting us to visualize that we're connecting with the energy of the rising sun. And I also invite you to visualize that you are in a place in nature that you love. So for some people, I know you love mountains. So you're in the mountains and the sun is rising. Or if you love the beach, you're at the beach and the sun is rising. If you love the lake, you're at the lake and the sun is rising. And so I invite you to become aware of the horizon, just looking at the horizon and noticing that focusing on the horizon connects us with fresh, balanced energy. So that anywhere that you need more calm, it's possible to invite that energy into your body. Anywhere that you need more energy, it's possible to invite that into your body. Horizons also give us a very spacious, expanded awareness, a perspective that's wider. So just open to expand your perspective and your awareness. And then visualize that the sun is rising and you're allowing yourself to be greeted by the sun. And it's the perfect temperature. So it's fresh and it's warm at the same time, but the perfect temperature. It brings warmth wherever you need warmth. And it brings a feeling of cooling and soothing wherever you need that. So allow your physical body to melt away anywhere that you have been carrying stress, anywhere that you have been carrying tension, anywhere that you felt fear. Allow that to melt away. And then allow yourself to connect with calm and clarity. You're able to connect with your own heart's pure energy of kindness, the wisdom that you always carry deep within yourself. So I'm going to give us about 7 breaths of stillness to just allow ourselves to receive Allow yourself to receive warmth, connection, caring. Allow yourself to receive light, calm, insight, inspiration. And this is sharing itself with you physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually as well. And then a couple other ways to deepen this meditation and keep working with it. The same way that a ray of sun is always connected to the sun. You are always connected to the source of all light. You are always connected to the source of all love. You are always connected to the source of all wholeness, the source of calm, the source of wisdom, the source of connection and caring. And then if you visualize from the perspective of the sun, all the rays of the sun are equal. They're all just pure light. So too, all other humans on the planet come from the same source. And at the core of their being are just pure light. And so notice as well, this gets rid of comparing yourself to anyone. It gets rid of any feeling of struggle or competition. And it frees you. If you see noble qualities in another, emulate those noble qualities in yourself. If you see things that you prefer not to emulate, strengthen and resolve that you dedicate yourself to creating within yourself what you love. And so again, remember always the way a ray of sun is always connected to the sun. You are always connected to the source of what you love. And then a final way to work with this meditation, visualize that the rising sun is rising in your own heart. So visualize that the energy of pure love, pure kindness, unconditional, universal, motiveless kindness, no agendas, not looking for anything, just sharing kindness, sharing light the way the sun shares light. That energy increases and expands in your own heart. And then see if you can feel that your entire body is filled with this energy of the rising sun. It fills your heart to overflowing, and then it fills your entire body. And then see if you can visualize that it fills the entire room you are in. And you can notice you're connecting right now to that energy of the sun that everyone else is also sharing. And so notice that you're strengthening and amplifying your own light, and you're also being supported, boosted, bolstered, buoyed by the light that is sharing through others as well. And then visualize that this energy of the rising sun, the same way that this happens every morning, it shares itself across the whole land, effortlessly, joyfully, exuberantly. It shares itself around the world as naturally as breathing. And it radiates all the way down to the core of the earth and all the way out to the outer atmosphere. This energy of the rising sun, which is one with the energy of pure kindness, the energy of goodwill, the energy of wholeness, the energy of hope, the energy of healing, the energy of laughter, the energy of humility, and also magnificence, fearlessness about allowing yourself to be interconnected and absolutely great in standing in the light of your being. It's with you always. This energy, this is your true self. This is your eternal truth. So anytime you want to reset and let go of feeling tense or exhausted or stressed, this energy of the rising sun, it's rising within your own heart. And there's a connectedness to inner calm and clarity and guidance and creativity from moment to moment. It's possible to listen, and you will always be able to tune in to the next step, the optimal next step. It just illumines. It becomes completely clear. It becomes natural, the same way that your hand is right in front of your face when you hold your hand up and look at your hand. It will be that clear and that obvious. Another way of putting this is spontaneous divine action arises as we connect with what is true, with what is real, with what is pure, with what is bright, with what is honorable, with what is good, with what is beautiful, with what is perfect within ourselves. And then notice again that it's possible to relate to time as absolutely beautiful and perfect. Every single moment, however many moments they are a gift from the source of beauty. They are a gift from the source of perfection. And to come back into full awareness of our physical form, I invite you to press your feet on the earth. I invite you to press your hands together in front of your heart. And I invite you to take a deep breath, and then whenever you're ready to just open your eyes and become aware of how it feels to be here in this time, in this space, also remaining connected to that energy of the rising sun, which is always with you and within you. Thank God, and God bless us all.